everyone. Our topic for this very moment is entitled The Importance of Business Ethics. So let us define first what is business ethics. Business ethics refers to the standards for morally right and wrong conduct in business. Law partially defines the conduct, but legal and ethical aren't necessarily the same. Business ethics enhances the law by outlining acceptable behaviors beyond government control. Studying business ethics will help you begin to identify ethical issues when they arise and recognize the approaches available for resolving them. Our number 2 topic is the stakeholder relationships, social responsibility, and corporate governance. So what it talks about? It talks about the stakeholder management contributes to corporate governance by helping to handle the multiple and often conflicting stakes held by the complex networks of groups that surround by any company. The relationships among the stakeholders, the axis of corporate social responsibility concept is the harmonious relationship among the stakeholders and compromise among individual benefits for greater opportunities of general social benefits, ensuring sustainable economic and social development. So that is the stakeholder relationship. So let's go to the third topic, which is the ethical issues in business. So ethical issues in business is a situation where a moral and conflict arises and must be addressed. In other words, it is an occasion where a moral standard is questioned. So there are types of ethical issues in business. We have discrimination, harassment, unethical accounting, health and safety, abuse of leadership authority, nepotism and favoritism, privacy, and last but not the least, the corporate espionage. So the number 4 is institutionalization in business ethics. Institutionalization in business ethics relates to established laws, customs, and expected organizational programs that are considered normative in establishing reputation. So there are 3 dimensions to effective business ethics. Those first is the voluntary practices that includes the beliefs, values, and voluntarily contractual obligations. Next is the mandated boundaries, which is externally imposed boundaries of conduct. And last is the core practices, which is documented best practices, often encouraged by legal and regulatory forces. Let's go to the 5th lesson, which is the ethical leadership and the ethical decision making. So what is ethical decision making? It refers to the process of evaluating and choosing among the alternatives in a manner consistent with ethical principles. So in making ethical decisions, it is necessarily to perceive and eliminate unethical options and select the best ethical alternative. So those are the 5th, and then let's go on to the 6th topic, which is talks about the individual moral philosophies are often used to justify decisions or explain actions. So there are 4 moral philosophies. First is we have ethical egoism. Second is ethical relativism. The third is the principle of utility. And last is the Immanuel Kant's categorical imperative. So let's go to the 7th one, which is the organizational factors or the role and ethical culture and relationships. First, let's define what is the corporate culture. The corporate culture is a set of values, norms, and artifacts, including ways of solving problems shared by organizational members. The shared beliefs of managers have about how they should manage themselves and other employees and how they should conduct their business. So, what is differential association? Differential association refers to the idea that people learn ethical behavior while interacting with others who are part of the role sets or belong to other intimate personnel. And the other one is the whistleblowing. Whistleblowing means it is an exposing employers' wrongdoing to outsiders, such as the media or government regulatory agencies. So let's go to the eighth topic, which is developing an effective ethics program. An effective ethics program helps ensure that all employees understand the organization's values and comply the policies and codes of conduct that create its ethical climate. There are two types of control systems. First is the compliant orientation, which creates order by requiring the employees identify with and commit to specific required conduct. The second one is the values orientation, which strives to develop and shared values. Although penalties are attached, the focus is more than abstract core of ideals such as respect and responsibility. So let's go on to the number 9 topic, which is managing and controlling ethics program. So in order to implement successful ethics program, an organization must have the ways of managing, evaluating, and controlling business ethics program. There are 3 types of controls are involved with this implementing and managing ethics program. The former controls for business ethics includes input controls that provide the proper tools and resources. So let's go to the last topic, or the 10th topic, which is the globalization of ethical decision. This practice that brings together people from countries that have different cultures, values, laws, and ethical standards. Specific groups, sects, regions, or countries that expect action, behavior, and intent. So, to understand the role of this capitalism and economics as factors in business ethics, to discuss global values, goals, and business practices within the ethics. So I hope you guys understand our lesson this very moment, the business ethics.